Greetings. Today is Sunday, December 21st. I'm over at the site doing cleanup. Once again, I have a low tire indicator on my Tundra, and I'll show you what I'm kind of looking at here. So I did take those large pieces of foam that I had used for something. Oh yeah, for insulating that wall. I moved those from over here. Now I'm looking around, and what do I find? Another nail. And I bet if I look, I can find more stuff here. Like I say, I've been over this, I don't know how many times. And the guy who did the forming on this wall just did a really poor cleanup job as far as picking up nails and stuff. Like this pile of metal debris I have here is stuff that I picked up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of nails and Sharpies and things like that. So that's kind of really slowing my progress down for today. And what I wanted to do is basically clean this area up so I can keep driving down here. And it's last couple days have been very, very windy. And what the local electrical provider did, and it wasn't the IREA, which is they're the local yokels that service the small farms and stuff and residences here, but it was the transmission provider, who is Xcel. And it's their decision, but they had decided that they're going to de-energize all the high lines because they had high winds, and we haven't had much rain this year. So they coached that as being due to fire hazard, which I understand and agree with, but they just did a really poor job of notifying the public about what they were doing. And we knew the winds were coming probably a week before they happened. So it would have been a great thing if they had decided to clue everybody in on what was happening. Didn't happen, so we'll see. I know the state is on that like a bum on a biscuit and just trying to get some resolution from that. I know that a lot of local grocery stores that didn't have adequate backup power supplies, they have roll-offs full of refrigerated products that went bad because they were out for days. Same thing, when I re-energized the travel trailer I'm living in, my refrigerator didn't come up. It gave me, and of course I've energized and de-energized that travel trailer, I don't know, a dozen times, and never had this problem. And the line drop wasn't a fault. It was just they just opened the high side to all the substations and killed all the distribution loads and maybe any three-phase commercial loads in there. So I got to fix that. So I've got a new control board on order. Other than that, I'm just doing site cleanup today. I'd like to get up there on the steel, but there's nobody here to back me, which it's like whatever. But that's just something that I'm not really comfortable being up there when there's no one around to hear me cry for help when I hit the ground. But there's plenty of cleanup to do. I'm going to take those big sheets of, I think that's 8 inches thick foam, and pile it over here with the rest of these, so it's just kind of out of the way, and then I can clean up this area. Again, lots of chunks of rebar and spools of wire, and obviously nails too. So I'm gonna have to take that back to Discount Tire, where I bought those tires from, and get them to fix another one. So, and that's about all I know for this video. I do notice that my Starlink antenna over here got dumped on its side, so I'm gonna put some heavy steel bars on it and wire that to that stand. I'll show you here. So there it is, face down on the top of the roof, which no signal there. So I have these 36-inch steel concrete stakes, and I'll take those and slide them through that little, I guess, a trapezoidal opening there on the base and wire it to that, and that should that should hold it down, and then I just move on from there. But it's kind of just blown crap everywhere, like my ladder is blown down, and that's all I got. I will probably post this sometime today. Have a good weekend, guys.